Hey guys, welcome back to another video of the Indomitable Martial King. I am Chris Quick, indeed. Hey guys, anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed my series that I've been doing so far, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, click notifications, and ring the bell. That way you'll let me know that the stuff that I post out there are something that you appreciate as well. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. However, after being reminded of the past, Rivenheart decides to kick things up a notch. With Cyrus responding in kind, putting all of his might into this attack, Rivenheart would deliver a powerful blow to the stomach of Cyrus, sending him flying. Even still, to his surprise, Cyrus' eyes never wavered, determined to fight for his honor. Impressed by this, Rivenheart would tell Cyrus to grow stronger and fight him again someday as he leaves the castle. Time would pass as we move over to Cyrus. He is satisfied with the new power and looks forward to improving his skills. Eustace, now acknowledging him as a brother, would give him congrats, though we spoke too soon as we begin to see the true nature of Eustace's jealousy. He would make it clear that there should be only one person who lives by the family sword, with his goal aiming to kill Cyrus. However, Cyrus was quick to react as he would block the attack, making his move to escape from the scene. This would leave Eustace in a panic, and he knows full well about the cycle that brewed from this conflict. So, he decides to make preparations early by creating a narrative for the soldiers to believe in, resulting in making him the culprit of an ambush. As time passes, we move over to Rivenheart. They are catching up on events that led to his encounter with Tila, when suddenly Sirius would point out that a person is floating in the water. This person would appear to be Cyrus, as they notice his wounds and would bring him with them. Following the morning, Cyrus would awaken as he gathers his thoughts on the events that happened between him and Eustace. Now meeting with Rivenheart again, he would give his thanks for the rescue and inform the group about the situation that occurred later that night. Rivenheart, seeing that history has changed once again, would ask Cyrus what he plans on doing. Cyrus would respond by requesting to travel with them, which shocks the group. After a few inner battles with his former self, Rivenheart would decide that it's better to have your past enemy as an ally in this life. That said, Rivenheart would agree to add Cyrus to the group to accompany their travels. Meanwhile, Eustace comes in contact with the Sage of Silver. The Sage would express their disappointment and claim that their family's future looks grim. Now moving to the person behind the illusion, the mysterious Sage would make way to visit the Duke. His name is Ironald. Arriving, the Duke will go on to acknowledge his skill, but lets him know that even with his young age and little experience, they are looking at his future potential. This young man is none other than the Martial King from the past life, Teslin, now residing in the body of Rivenheart. Teslin would join the ranks of Sage of Silver to put a stop to Rivenheart before regaining all his powers. For Rivenheart possessed not only the knowledge of magic, but has acquired the body of steel to become the ultimate battle mage. Knowing the requirements needed for Rivenheart to become powerful, Teslin would do whatever it takes to defeat him. Moving over to Rivenheart, the artifacts in his possession, switching it on, he would be transported to a realm. Put it simply, this relic is like a training spot to practice and polish up your skills for battle. Rivenheart plans to use this to practice more of his magical skills. As time passes, the group arrives in Strassand. There, Rivenheart would discover information regarding who inhabits his former body, finding out that Teslin was indeed sent to this time period as well. Now confirming that Teslin came back with him, Rivenheart would need more information, as now his next destination is set for the Grand Forge. But before that, Rivenheart will have a talk with the group and express his goal and dream, that elves, dwarves, and orcs, as well as all species, will be free from slavery. With confusion and acceptance, Scylla and Cyrus regardless would continue to follow Rivenheart, as his ambitions are now shown in what he wants to accomplish. That said, now looking like a squad, the group makes way to the Grand Forge. Arriving at the path, the group reaches the entrance and begins to make way. Rivenheart could tell that they made it to the right place, as he would proceed to destroy a spot that opens up to another room, where they witness a group of dwarves ready to attack, as Rivenheart was once again reckless on entry. Trying to mediate the situation, Rivenheart would state to them that we are not the enemy. The dwarves would grow confused, as they would ask his reasoning on being here. Riverheart would state that he is the savior from the Oracle of Al-Poth. This statement alone was enough to excite the crowd as they went towards the savior to greet him. Underneath the Settler Mountains, after the group indulged some food, Riverheart would make his way to meet with the great high priest, Moshlin. With the scene moving over to Teslin, he is certain that his connection over the years will slowly make his plan come to fruition. His next objective would be to acquire strong warriors to defeat the quote-unquote Demon King. Moving over to Rivenheart, he would greet the great priest. However, Moshlin is puzzled with his ability to discern the truth from others. He noticed that Rivenheart appears to know him. There, Rivenheart for the first time would inform him of his story regarding his past life. Even with this being the truth, Moshlin decides to test Rivenheart with a question. What is the color of his beard? Rivenheart would smile and answer that he doesn't have a beard, which would make Moshlin trust his word. After confirming the story, Rivenheart seeks advice. He worries that his efforts might fail a second time, even with his ability to wield magic and aura. He wants to prevent the war that would label him as a Demon King. Now hearing his worries along with the story, Moshlin sees the problem. Because power didn't work. He asks his opinion on humans. He doesn't hate them, but he doesn't like them. And there, Moshlin points out the issue. And so he would ask him, why didn't you include humans in your army? The humans label you Demon King due to your goals of moving the world in a direction of your liking, without cooperating with others. Without consideration, and with no connections with humans, fear would grow, etc., etc. Moshlin will point out that although your intentions were of goodwill, you was indeed a Demon King. Now realizing his flaws, Rivenheart would take the advice of Moshlin and reevaluate his life moving forward. As time passed, Cyrus and the others are improving their skills fighting a Drake within the mountains. With the battle appearing to be tough, one of the dwarf warriors, Cardamite, would rush in, charging with a powerful slice on the Drake, defeating it quite easily. This would shock Cyrus and Scylla, as they weren't aware that the three warriors could not only use aura, but are powerful indeed. A month goes by as the group settles a bit in the Grand Forge. Rivenheart has been focusing on increasing his mana capacity for his magic prowess. After a while, Rivenheart will show improvements on his training. Scylla would also attempt the same method, building a bit of muscle as well. Cyrus is at the stage of meditation, for he is close to reaching a new level of power. Meanwhile, Sirius would reminisce about the early times of her childhood. Rivenheart would take notice, but Sirius would inform him that she was just reminded of her hometown. Offering a solution, Rivenheart would ask Sirius if she would like to go there. Surprised by the question, Rivenheart would tell her that the two of them could go together. That said, the two would take a portal, arriving at the desert region. With their first encounter being a sand lizard, Rivenheart would make short work of it and proceed to cook up some grub. With a day passing, they arrive at Sirius' hometown. However, there seemed to be no sign of anyone around, though Rivenheart would point out that the village seems a bit fresh to hold for 50 years since the tribe's downfall, which would make sense as we move over to a group that is leading the elves away from the village. Sensing their presence, Sirius will be on the move to rescue them from the group of bandits. While that goes on, we move over to Teslin's residence. There, Felena would be introduced as the person that assisted Teslin upon his awakening. Originally a friend of Rivenheart from the past, Teslin would acquire information through her about the things Rivenheart has been up to so far in his life. Not satisfied with the result, he doesn't worry, as he would have Eustace as an ally to be on his side, with both having a common enemy. Teslin would vow to bring down Rivenheart by any means necessary, even if it meant taking everything away from him. Now back over to the battle, Sirius is displaying her skill, showing no mercy to the group of bandits. Shocked by the situation, one of the mages would cast a fire bolt towards Sirius. With the dust settled, we see Rivenheart step in to successfully block the attack. And with that, he would begin making short work of the soldiers. After the battle, Sirius would come to recognize one of the elves as Shylin. Fallon would respond, revealing Sirius' real name to be Serendi Al-Arafiana. And with that, we're going to stop there for today. If the video is to your liking, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, put notifications, and ring the bell. I always try to limit the video at around like 10 minutes or so. so that way you can always come back to it if you do 5 minutes apiece. But anyway, be sure to leave feedback, comments down below, and all that good stuff. And once again, we'll see you guys on the next episode of the Indomitable Martial